listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Under the Dome After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Under the Dome After Show.
Hello there, Under the Dome fans. Oh, yeah. She blinded us with science.
Oh, Rebecca Pine.
Oh, yeah. It's here at the AFTERBUZZ TV After Show for your favorite TV show, Under the Dome. Talk about Season 2, Episode 6, In the Dark. I'm Matt Lieberman, and the whole panel's here for the first time since, like, week 2.
All four hands.
All four hands. No, we're going to get pink stars everywhere. Yeah.
Can I be Junior?
You can be Junior. I'm going to be Melanie so that I can get away with making out with everyone.
Since I have red hair, I'll be Nori.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, you got to be Joe. No one wants to be Joe.
But I love you.
I'm Matt Lieberman. Join me on the panel. Jacque Borowski's here.
Holla.
Amanda Bennett is here.
Yes.
And Carrie Long is here.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. So this was another episode of Under the Dome.
We're all in the dark.
How are we only 6 episodes into this season? I feel like we have been watching it for an eternity.
We've been through 3 sheriffs.
3
in
sheriffs.
6 episodes.
3 sheriffs. Let's run it down. 3 sheriffs. Magnet Dome. So Dark Dome, Magnet Dome.
Blood Rain.
Caterpillar infestation. Dust Bowl.
Pigs. Almost killing everyone in the town.
Almost killing everyone. A couple of deaths. He had internet for a hot second.
The possible virus.
Yeah, the poison water, virus water. And now we're here. And we've got a tunnel inside of a locker that leads into the catacombs.
I will say, though, that this is my favorite plot point of Season 2 so far.
Is secret locker tunnels?
Secret locker tunnels.
Instead of under the dome, we're under the ground.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that... Because we don't know what's in that giant hole, I'm hoping for goblins or fairies or hobbits.
Well, let's ask the question right now. Do we think we've seen the last of Sam Verdreau?
No! I do not think he's dead.
Resounding no.
Well, we fell into the hobbit hole.
He fell into nothingness.
Yeah, there was no thunk. He could still be alive.
Exactly. There was, in fact, a strange sound effect that sounded almost like he got... Like he got swallowed up by something.
Did he go to that other town?
It's like in the
what if that's what it is?
Zenith is down there.
Yeah. It's a hidden town.
Maybe it's like the mailroom where they have those tubes and they just send people through them, and he got sucked into the
a pneumatic tube up to the alien spacecraft.
Or no, to Zenith.
To Zenith.
The tube sent him to Zenith.
I'm very curious. Well, I mean, when we had Neil Baer in here last year, he said that his plan was to never bring the dome down during the series, or not bring it down until the end. So in order to visit Zenith, we have to have a way there. So maybe this is our way to go to another town without getting the dome down.
It's under the dome, but outside the dome.
Outside the dome. Okay.
Unless there's a second dome.
Like another cabin?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Dome. As opposed to under the dome.
Yes, under
Not
a
be
dome.
Confused.
We are under a dome. And then we'll be under another dome. What we don't know is that the world is a dome, if you really think about it.
It is.
We are trapped beneath it. Air gets in, but we cannot get out.
What if the dome is like a mind?
Yeah, it's possible. It does have a consciousness. It has thoughts and
feelings. But it did slice a cow in half, so it can't be that good of a dome.
But it helps birth things.
It does help birth things.
It does.
Yeah, it gives electric birth shocks.
But what if it's like being John Malkovich and they're all in someone's head?
There we go. Well, some people refer to one's head as a dome. For example, when one freestyles,
like Big Jim.
their rhymes are coming off the dome. So
maybe it's all in Junior's mom's head.
I would love that.
What's her name? Philomena? That's the name I
Pauline.
gave her.
Pauline Verdreau. Or Pauline Rennie, if we want to be technical.
Verdreau, is that her maiden name?
It is. Oh. All right. So let's talk about the very beginning of this episode. So we got some new rules. New sheriff in town.
Oh, boy, oh,
and
boy.
new mayor in town. And Julia's first order of business is to give the people of Chester's Mill back their rights.
Democracy!
Yeah.
Just because we're under the dome doesn't mean we're not in America.
That's
Exactly.
Buggered.
So
Buggered.
everyone should be able to vote on everything.
Right. The voice of the people.
Right. And Big Jim's like, you don't know what you're doing.
Is he like big government?
Yeah.
What?
The people can't be trusted to make the decisions in this town.
I
In this
love
town,
it.
we have to make fast decisions because things are always going poorly.
We know best.
He has no faith in the people.
Yeah. And then he immediately, after he's like, you know, that's not a good idea to Julia, he runs outside to Barbie. He's like, hey, Barbie, what do you think of this voting thing? I mean, you and me, we're pals. And Barbie's like, hold the mother effing phone.
I don't think so.
Yeah, let's put that on hold. Because who told Julia that I was in on the poison plot?
Ooh.
Every time I give you an inch, you swim all over me. Finding Nemo, Big Jim.
Plus, I'm banging Julia.
Wait,
I'm
I
not
thought
gonna
that
mess
was
that up.
the Little Mermaid.
You're right, it was.
Which
it was the
is
Little
a
Mermaid.
redhead, just like Julia.
What?
Have we come across a major new theory? Julia has been Ariel this entire time.
By the way, her hair looked really good in this
Beautiful.
episode.
It always looks good.
Exquisite.
But I feel like it looks extra good.
Especially during a dust storm. To have that level of buoyancy.
The product, it was really
buoyancy
The
in
perfect
a
curls.
dust storm. Yeah.
know.
Why
Well,
isn't
that isn't fair when you think about it, because she has this buoyant, beautiful hair, and all the dome hands look so
Just-
crunked
They
out.
need
Yeah.
some manicures.
seriously?
They do.
They need some manicure.
They're all
I feel-
dusty and dirty.
I feel like they just want to remind everyone, Julia's not from Chester's Mill.
She's better than everyone.
How is not every single ad on this show just for the hair products that she uses? I feel like that would be a perfect opportunity for cross promotion and product placement.
Genius.
Did you guys notice, you probably already covered this, the product placement last week with the Surface tablets?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get the email.
Devoured it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with these beautiful Surface tablets. They're so
convenient.
efficient and easy to use. No, it must be the Signal, not the Surface tablet from Microsoft, only $8.99. Yeah.
$8.99.
Yeah, I don't know how much
That's
the
about
Surface
how much
costs.
it's worth.
It's probably way less than that. So Julia takes this opportunity to sit down with Melanie, who's looking rather glum. And she's like, "What's up, pup?" And she's like, "I did something." And Julia's like, "What?" You can tell me. She's like, "I kissed Joe." And rather than say, "Hey, slap, stop that," you know Joe has a girlfriend. Julia's like, "It's okay.
I
You're only
understand.
human. I know what it's like. I'm sleeping with my husband's killer."
I totally get it.
I totally
You're
get
a corpse. You get a corpse. Corpse
Yeah,
card.
but you're
Play the
not.
corpse
But
card.
you're not
corpse
just a
path.
corpse. You're a person. You're
That's right.
completely normal, like me, who's sleeping with my husband's killer, and treating him like we've been together forever, even though we've only known each other for about
2 weeks and 3 days.
18 days. 18 days. This is day 19.
Yeah.
Less than 3 weeks.
Can I just say next week, because they've been saying for the last 2 weeks under the dome, if next week they go to the last 3 weeks, I will just freak out. I'll have a freak out party. I'll be so excited if they update that little
Personal
time.
freak out party.
Little time schedule issue there.
Yeah.
They need to update that.
They
yes.
need to. We'll have a freak out party.
I think the 2-week
Freak
thing was a little crazy to begin with. Don't you think?
Well, it's every single episode is a day.
Yeah.
A day under the dome.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that we're going to get to if this is another 13 episode season, next season, so it'll be 26 episodes so far. If next season is just a 5-episode season, then we can just say it was just a month under the dome, and then we can have a finale, and we can forget that this show ever existed.
No.
Makes me
No.
sad though.
I can't.
What will happen to Ben if that happens?
I know. Oh, Ben came back,
Ben is back!
and
I
he now
love
has
Ben.
asthma out of nowhere.
And does he? Is it me? He looks so much older.
Oh my God,
he
he's
does.
ancient.
What
He
happened,
looks as
Ben?
old as Dwight Yoakam.
Is that Ben's dad?
Maybe he was hanging out with Lyle underground.
Yes,
Yeah.
the dome has not been kind
Where's
to him.
Truman? They left Truman to choke in the dust.
They did.
Yeah.
Ben had to leave to go through puberty and come back.
Develop asthma.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Julia and Melanie have this little
yes.
chat, And then Barbie heads over to the school because Junior and Sam are heading down into the catacombs by their lonesome when they should not be trusted to be alone. They go there, so Julia and Barbie go. And they're going to go get Lyle because he's the suspect in everything.
I have to mention something. Did anyone notice in the very beginning of this episode when Junior was looking down into the depths of the locker, it looked like a coffin around him?
Yeah. Symbolism.
Possibly.
Symbolism, perhaps.
Yeah. Nice.
So they get in there, and it's Barbie, Sam, and Junior's like, listen up. When I find Lyle, I'm going to kill him. Remember this other guy that I killed? No? Okay.
But just in case. But why would they mention Clint Dundee?
Because
something's got. I mean,
because they want you to
randomly?
remember he has killed before, just in case you forgot, because it's so long ago, and we cared so little about Clint Dundee.
Wait, hold the phone.
Who's Clint?
I don't remember who Clint Dundee is.
Clint and his brother were two troublemakers last season who would steal food and rough people up, and then Clint tried to rape Angie in the Sweetbriar in the middle of one of the many storms.
I remember this now.
Yeah. And Junior killed him for it.
In the heart. Shot him in the heart.
Shot him in the heart with Linda right there and was like, oops,
I
sorry.
think Junior's just trying to prove that he would do anything for Angie.
He would do anything for
Angie.
Even lock her up in a cellar.
Even lock her up in a cellar.
Because I love you.
But she only died 4 days ago, and he's going to kiss Melanie for a hot second, but then he doesn't. We'll get into that.
Melanie.
Melanie. I swear to God, she's just got a list of dudes in this town
She's
that
been
she is
dead
just
for a
knocking
long
off a
time.
list.
I think
She's
what
got
happened
needs.
was, she
dead,
was dead for so long, and she's woke up and she's like, oh my gosh, I've been dead for so long, my hormones are
exactly.
But was
raging.
she ever really dead?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Well, Sam does say he remembers seeing the blood pour out from her skull. So I would say, yeah, she was dead.
Okay.
Sam's the worst boyfriend ever.
Horrible boyfriend.
And honestly, if someone came back from the dead that he now claims he was so in love with, would you not? I mean, like, come on, you'd be like,
but like,
you wouldn't just be like, oh, I don't know her.
Yeah, you remember when when he found her, he like reacted, but not as big as like, my dead girlfriend from high school who I accidentally killed or witnessed being killed and helped bury her body is right here. Whoa.
No.
Did he kill Melanie, or did Lyle kill Melanie?
He says Lyle killed Melanie. I think he killed Melanie.
I think he was lying.
Yeah. Because he killed Angie.
But I think he knew that she was coming back because everything was predicted in the book.
Very good point.
I think that might be it. I just do think though
that's
that
a plausible explanation.
That when
he
she was
read it.
when she was at his house though, I do think like it would have been nice to see more interaction between the two of them. And I know we're talking on a sort of creepy level because him as an actor is so much older than her as an actor.
Yeah.
But she's at least, was she 18? Is her character at least 18?
I don't think so.
She was like a junior or a sophomore.
Yeah.
So
we're not trying to bring
16,
that to CBS
17.
apparently, but it would be nice for
have a moment now. Now that the audience knows what's up, have a moment. But, he's all in a hole
if we're talking about creepy stuff, right? She starts macking on her best friend's son, who's older than her.
My best friend's son.
Nope. Well, yes. I mean, well, yeah. We keep jumping ahead. So, Junior triggers an explosion because Lyle Chumley apparently knows how to make explosions with tripwires.
Everyone does in town.
Everyone knows how to make explosions except Julia.
But I don't think Lyle set that bomb. I'm just going to put that out.
Who said it?
We'll circle back to this in predictions, but I just don't think Lyle did it. That's
fair
what I'm saying.
Fair enough. And Barbie throws Junior out of the way, and then Sam throws Barbie out of the way, but they both go the same way, which is into the cave, which is then blocked up by rocks and debris.
Can I just say that I understand that thematically it's in the dark, and they're in the dark, but I could not tell that any of that was happening. I rewound it, and I was still like, I don't know whose body is who, and people were just flying everywhere. And it wasn't until they were like, you're trapped over there, and I'm over here, that I was like, that's where the people are.
I saw it.
Because the flashlights and the lighting down there was so much like the flashbacks, where I'm just like, I'm just watching an episode literally in the dark.
I don't know. I was able to.
What about that whole thing of like you went to the left and I went to the right?
Yeah.
It's like, of course you could wind up in the same place.
Because it's so dark.
Well,
I mean, how else do you miss a gigantic hole in the ground?
Circle.
Even while having an
Yes,
argument.
the two trails could have
Circle.
gone in a circle to the same place. Why is
Someone
that
needs
so hard
to teach
believe?
them about things that are circles.
But it's not a
like a
circle.
dome.
It's not a circle because they didn't come face to face. He wound up behind him.
Right.
So it's not. So it's like kind of like if they're both here, they split off, and then one kind of goes into the other one, and then they both head to the same place.
But then they had that moment where it's very obvious that Sam was about to just whack Barbie in the back head with his flashlight. Time out on the field, he saved his life in the explosion,
Yeah.
so it appeared, and then he saves his life again when Barbie slips.
Yeah.
Why would he save him twice, but in the middle he's like, wait, I should hit him with my flashlight.
We
Like,
know that Sam has
why?
issues, though, because he wanted to kill Junior in the last episode
Is
and
he
then
just
didn't.
conflicted back and forth like
I
1 minute?
think so. As any teen murderer will be.
You're right.
You
You're
know,
right.
like as any once teenage murderer, he is capable of
adult
murder. An adult murderer. I think he's a little ambivalent about all the murdering that he has to do and wants to do.
Yeah,
he doesn't
good
want to
point.
be that murderer.
He's so conflicted. He
Or
talks himself down.
Fred-
the
Flashlight
hole.
will
What
do.
about his speech to Barbie of like, when you see Julia die? Like, what was he planning on something with
Well, no,
Julia?
he's
What-
saying
read the book.
basically like he read this diary and bad things are going to keep happening. Everything's going to get worse. Everyone under this dome will die as long as it's up. That's why I need to kill these 4 hands so the dome will come down. That is why I'm killing people. So, you know what? Julia's going to die if you don't kill these kids. These dumb, idiot kids.
But it
that
just
we'll get
sounds so
into.
crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy under the dome?
What? That doesn't make any sense.
All right, writers table, here for the Under the Dome episode writing.
Yeah,
All we need it
see?
to be is crazy. Go. What are your
Oh.
ideas?
Well, I was thinking maybe they'd have 4 hands, and when they put them together, we can have an egg shoot up from underneath the water.
Eggs. I like eggs. All right, great. Now let's have a storm every episode.
Oh, I
That's
like
crazy.
eggs too.
We need
Anyone
more
want to order
pink
breakfast?
Stars, pink stars! I have to see more pink stars.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
dirty.
So Barbie
My
and
favorite
Sam.
color.
It seems like for a hot second they're bonding and they're gonna be friends now.
It's beautiful.
Oh, isn't that nice?
romance.
Until Barbie notices the deep scratches on his chest shoulder.
Chest, shoulder.
That's the area that they were on.
shirt's
And
all
he's
over.
like, wait a minute. I'm sheriff. I'm a detective. You're bad. I'm going to take you in. I'm going to let Junior do whatever he wants to you. Even read you a story.
No.
Yeah. And that will be your justice. And Sam's like, no, I'm going to fling myself off this cliff. Bye.
That was my favorite
was
end to all of
great.
his conflict. He was just like, I'm so conflicted, I have to just go down this hole.
Yeah.
When in doubt.
Fling yourself down a hole.
Right. But I'm also wondering if Julia will think Barbie pushed him.
Well,
Because they're
there's
pretty
no
moody.
evidence, and there's no evidence that that it was Sam who killed Angie. Only Barbie knew. The evidence
Right.
is gone with Sam.
Do you think
For
Barbie
now.
will tell anyone?
Well, I think he's going to tell everyone. The question is, will they believe him?
Exactly. And it's a fickle town.
It's a very fickle
Yes,
town,
that's
as
the
we
right
saw
word.
with Big Jim, which we'll get to in a second.
Andrea.
Yeah, and Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah. But first, I want to talk about Julia and Rebecca, nemeses, romantic rivals, the only intelligent women in town.
Science and
what about
religion.
Nori?
Nori is a teenager, so she's still kind of like a girl, maybe.
Instead of
Also,
the women.
how intelligent can she be if she's in love with Joe? Which we'll get to in a minute. Lying, cheating ass Joe, who is terrible. So I cannot include her in the intelligent women column
He's a mess.
because she is blind to his just
Well,
dumb
you
awfulness.
don't choose who you love.
That's
and
right,
Nori,
Jackie.
unfortunately,
Oh, actually, you know what?
fell
You're
in love
right.
with
I'm
Joe.
sorry.
Especially under the dome.
I'm sorry.
You can't be picky under the dome. Who
All
you love.
3 of them have made odd romantic choices. I mean, Julia's sleeping with her husband's killer.
Rebecca sort of likes Big Jim.
Sort of liked
which is-
Big Jim until he wasn't the man I thought he was.
Can't imagine.
Terrible. So yeah, they're working on. So Rebecca's like, "Hey, this could be a great idea to solve this dust problem. Let's make a giant windmill." And Julia's like, "Okay, cool. Big Jim, I don't trust you, but you go do that and take care of the town. I'm gonna try to get Barbie and Sam free." And you know what, Rebecca, you stay here. Don't help with that science. Help me with this science and make an explosion. And they kind of bond over the fact that neither of them wanted to be here. Right. They had bigger dreams, bright stars, big
be
lights.
In Chester's Mill.
Who wouldn't, though?
But Rebecca stayed there to help save her dad, take care of her dad, who was dying.
And now we know both her parents are gone, thus explaining her character. Maybe.
And why all of her lines are delivered like this.
Because she has an edge on her shoulder.
A chip.
Edgy forehead. Actually, I'm liking Rebecca, though. After this episode, I think...
She's had a change of heart.
She's on her way.
I
She's
believe
on her way. Until, of course, Barbie and Julia have a big fight, and he sleeps with Rebecca. Because you can't have two women with great hair in the same town and one beefcake man.
What about Junior?
Junior is a
a
crazy murderer who's about to sleep with his mom's teenage dead best friend. So...
he is yummy.
He's got a big old face.
I think I'm getting domatized watching.
Yeah,
I'm like,
maybe you
Junior's
are.
looking better every week.
Hey, man. He is, and he's becoming a better and better actor.
Well, he's getting vengeance for his dead girlfriend.
Rebecca...
He's like cuter Andy Samberg.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Did you guys see the photos of Andy Samberg's new house? They're incredible.
Yes, they're beautiful.
Incredible.
Andy Samberg's new
No,
house.
He bought this antique house. It's unbelievable.
And it's
Where?
In the Hollywood Hills.
An antique house.
It's like
Hollywood?
1920s old Hollywood. Everything is like inlaid with
Wasn't it
gold
owned
and
by, like,
stones.
Charlie
and
Chaplin or something?
Yeah, it's like Charlie
That's
Chaplin's
nice.
old house. It's insane. So Julia and Rebecca gain newfound respect for one another,
do.
and they blow open that hole, and they're really worried about.
Can we though just refer to the line where Julia was like, what was the line? It was about bombs. She was like,
How do we know we won't blow them up too?
no.
gonna
She
yell.
says, how many ways do you know how to kill a person?
Yeah.
Because she knew how to make bombs.
Poison, and bombs. And she's
I just like that it was called attention to.
Yeah, I like that.
appreciated it.
Yeah.
And then what did she say? I don't think she said. She kind of glossed over it.
Yeah, I don't think she said
She's like,
anything.
if you let me work, like, just let me make this bomb already. Yeah.
Here's a little random thought, though. The military connection that was quickly mentioned a couple episodes ago.
And this week.
Alluded
it's to.
There. It's like a little
That he killed a lot of
dash
people.
salt. Right,
Yeah.
but Rebecca's father, when her mother died, she made mention they were at a military base. So I wonder if there's some kind of military connection.
She's secret military spy
Right?
type.
And so she does know how to kill a lot. So she and Barbie will have to come together.
Yeah, they will. And to come together.
Let's come together now.
All right.
I don't want
Just
that
saying,
to happen.
food for
Okay.
thought, guys.
Team
All right.
Julia.
All right.
Hashtag Team Julia.
Folks, I want to talk briefly about iTunes. Don't you dare skip ahead because this is vitally important. Listen up. Open your ears and open your eyes and open your mouths. Wait, close them. The best way that you can support this network here at AfterBuzz TV, because we put out between 60 and 70 hours of
put out.
quality content a week. We put out for free, which is a terrible deal on our end. What? So how can you pay us back? You go to iTunes, you rate and review the shows that you listen to or that you watch on YouTube. It's really easy. It helps us out a ton, and it doesn't cost you a dime. Go to iTunes, rate and review the shows. We love 5-star ratings. Right now, we're sitting at about 51 ratings and a few reviews. I want us to get to 100 ratings by the end of the season. I don't think that that's a crazy amount. We are offering you the finest, snarkiest, under-the-dome commentary you could possibly search for. So go to iTunes, and you also get a great shout-out when you leave a review.
Is there more?
Oh,
Wait.
Oh, wait,
We
there's
have
more.
reviews.
I just got excited.
Oh, okay. It's also a great way to help us get sponsors, which keeps us running, and it helps us get guests. So we got 2 reviews this week. Very fun. 5 stars from W4F7. Under the Dome has got to be the worst written show on TV. It's a bold opinion. Cracks me up every week. And the smart, funny observations and comments made by the folks on this podcast make the Dome experience that much more fun. Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
All right. Well, someone who derives enjoyment from the show, maybe they don't like it that much, but they derive enjoyment, and we're happy to have them listening to us because obviously we love this show.
Yes.
Hilarious. 5 stars by Under the Dome Podcast. I get more fulfillment from listening to the Under the Dome AfterBuzz podcast than from the show. The panel cracks me up.
Oh my.
So
Wonderful, lovely,
some
glowing
people
reviews.
think we're better than the show.
Some people.
But I also want to give shout-outs to Glue Junkie, HCGFX. Yes, I had to write that down. And then YouTube, Tressa Campbell, Ashley Kearney, Lady J882, Bam Penny, and Howard Lockwood. Thank you guys for commenting.
Yeah, thank you for commenting on YouTube. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
All
try
right.
to respond to most of the comments.
Yeah, Jackie's really good about it.
Some of them seem to just be observations, though, and I'm not sure I should be responding to them. So,
What about the
right.
show?
no, some of them are just like, they're statements. So
Oh.
I will like the statements as long as they're nice
All right.
statements.
Good. So,
Okay.
meanwhile, Big Jim is left to mop up this massive red dusty mess.
Oh no.
How inconvenient. And for whatever reason, I guess it's just because it's the only place in town with food, everyone's at the Sweetbriar. Absolutely everyone, at least until we want to introduce a new character at some point in the season, because that's what we do. And they're all really concerned about this dust thing. Jim comes in and he's like, hey guys, we got to deal with this dust thing. We got to spray water. And Andrea's like, poison water? and
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Let's put it to a vote. Do we not like Big Jim anymore? Everyone raises their hand.
Except for like 1 or 2 people.
Right. Everyone raises it. She's like, everyone raise your hand if you don't care what Jim has to say anymore, even if it means that we'll be able to survive.
I'm just glad that Ben came back.
3
He's
out of 4.
arguably
That's
one
not
of the
bad.
most beloved characters on the
Yes,
show.
Ben came back, and he's got long hair, and he looks way older, and maybe that's why it took so long to have him come back. He's now asthmatic, even though he was like an active, avid skateboarder last season.
Maybe the Red Rain did it, and Lyle's not the barbershop.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
Ben didn't have
But
a lot of
what
choices.
what was Andrea's plan? She wanted to wait out the storm.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though it was plugging up all the air holes in the dome.
Right, and they were under a dome, so you're
So,
kind of stuck with that
That
ecosystem.
was a horrible idea.
Just
My
saying.
only
Even though
question, though,
Andrea's always
I
horrible,
like-
except for when she has miracle food.
Yeah, her hoarder food
is
in
with
her
this,
living
like,
room.
okay, and Matt, you're the science guy. So,
I am?
So when...
All right.
You're
Yes,
now
yes. I'm
appointed
the,
the science guy.
Ask
so
away.
When the windmill with water blows on the town, it doesn't create a whole big mud puddle?
Well, it'll create it on the ground, but it will get the dust out of the air
Okay.
because once the dust particles absorb the water, they're too heavy to stay in the air, and they fall to the ground and become dirt again.
So next week, we should have like a sinkhole quicksand episode.
Right? Yeah, now there's
Yes.
too much mud and everybody's sinking into the ground. Oh no, the same ground where there's a massive hole that leads to Zenith. And we can get everyone out of town and we don't have to be under the dome anymore.
Speaking of the locker of doom, what was the locker number and what do you think the significance of it is?
Oh, they showed it like several times last week.
1812.
1821 or 1812 or something?
Yeah.
21. A good year.
1821.
Good year for
Good year. Maybe it might be the year that Chester's Mill was founded.
Right, I feel like that
And it was
number is going to come into
yeah.
play at
Yes.
some point. Or
It was
something in
founded-
Zenith
It's
will match.
important.
Yeah, it was founded on a dome, on an inverse dome. Dare I say, a bowl.
What if it is a bowl and it's not a dome?
Oh, my
and it's
goodness.
just a big bowl.
What do you think, Jackie? Does this hold any water? Does this bowl hold any water?
Hey, yo.
I can't. I can't. Next topic.
Ball of crazy
Yeah.
cereal.
So, Big Jim is able to get everyone to make the windmill, and everyone suddenly trusts Jim again. Oh, Jim, you were right. By trying to stop the dust, we survived.
So Rebecca Pine had been working on this windmill with her class,
Yeah.
apparently. So it was just like ready to go.
Yeah, all the parts were ready
I
to go.
appreciate their
Conveniently.
upcycling. Yes.
Yeah.
Good use of
Conveniently ready to go.
signs. Good use.
Good use of signs.
Was
Good
it a
upcycle.
sign? Oh. Okay.
Nope. Maybe? I don't know. Sign of the
No,
times.
I just had to say that because it was made of street signs.
What an episode.
Do we
That's
like
the
though
strong
how
way.
Rebecca can do all this science, but has a hard time reading maps with tunnels on them?
Yeah.
She was like, Julia, why would you expect that I know how to read a map?
Well, because you know how to make viruses and
And
bombs and giant windmills and electromagnets and like all this cool stuff that you're good at. You just project a really large air of intelligence, and I
And
figured.
then she's like, whoa, I know my limits.
yeah,
She's trying to bond with
listen.
Julia.
I go to killing people and blowing shit up. That's all I can do. Anything
Right.
more than that, you're expecting too much.
And 8th grade science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
Ben
don't ask
comes
me to
running
read a
back
map.
in from
wait,
his.
but I just feel like we should mention that we learned that this tunnel doesn't connect to anywhere. I think
Nothing.
that's an
Yes.
important
It's an
fact.
isolated,
To a hole.
isolated tunnel to the hole.
Yep.
Yeah. And so Ben goes on a mystery errand, and then he comes back, and he has one line, and it's just like it's the equivalent of gnarly, but it wasn't. I don't even remember what it was. It was so forgettable. They brought him back to say one thing.
Why?
And to also appear in the window of the diner and scare the pants off of me.
He doesn't want water. He wants his inhaler.
Did
Here.
anyone else get really scared of that, or am I just a baby?
No, I was just worried about him.
When he showed up outside, just out of nowhere? Okay.
Well, because he left.
I thought he voluntarily went out there
Yeah, he
just
was all
to
tough.
see what.
But, like, why is the guy with asthma, who we establish has asthma because we see him with an inhaler, why is he the guy who has to go out and check out the stuff?
Without his inhaler.
Dumb!
I don't know.
He's a teenager.
They should have
do
stopped
dumb
him.
things.
Speaking,
Come on, Big Jim. You should have stopped him.
speaking of idiot teenagers,
What?
let's check in with our idiot teenagers.
Beforehand.
So, early in the episode,
Nori's my favorite.
Nori and Joe are having an argument. And Joe's like, look, I'm sorry that I kissed her. And she's like, it's not about the fact that you kissed her, okay? It's like that it's been all about her ever since she showed up. He's like, but baby, I love you. And she's like, I don't care. You're an idiot and a jerk. And he's like, well, then if you don't want me around, Big Jim's not my family, Carolyn's not my family, I'm gonna go. Where does he go?
Out. He just goes out.
He's gonna break into another house.
Yeah.
But it's a house with
But it was Angie's stuff.
Angie's
Yeah, I'm
house?
but
confused
the house
because-
was knocked down.
Yes, his house was knocked down, but he found a room with Angie's things. Did
Was
Angie
it
live-
Junior's room? No.
No.
But wait, we go all the way back to the very first episode of season 1 when she was having relations with Junior. Was
Right.
that like her little apartment
Maybe
and
it's
she
her
moved
apartment,
back to the
yeah.
house to take care of Joe because the parents were gone?
Yes,
I
maybe
feel
it's
like
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe. But it's just
but
like,
that's
it's a
pull.
big
yeah.
leap.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
how would she have an apartment if she was in high school?
She's not. She
was-
graduated.
She dropped out.
Yeah.
She was,
Oh.
lost and trying to find herself by
Yeah,
working
like
at the
Junior
sleepover.
was in college. Had just finished his first year of college.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that must be it.
now
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
It took me a while to remember all that.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's gone
You
down.
probably blanked out that moment because they were having the worst relations that ever related on television.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was back when I just couldn't get over the size of his face. the halcyon days, truly.
And the looks he would give the camera.
Angie, I just want to protect you. Yeah. So Joe leaves in a huff, and Nori's like, "Ooh!" And so Junior and Melanie come back to the house, and Melanie's like, it's all so bad. Can I tell you a secret? About the night that I died. I think Lyle killed me.
And I want to get in your pants.
I want to get in your pants so bad. Let me just... You're so strong and real and alive. Let me just touch you a little while longer.
just like
Oh, what?
Sam.
You want to touch me too? You look just like Sam when he was your age.
Let me touch.
I don't want to die again a virgin.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, she's about to totally mac on Junior, and even though he's in mourning, he's about to mac on her back until Nori's like, oh, what? You're just going to mac on everyone in town?
I mean, I like that she's like, don't answer that. That's rhetorical.
Yeah.
Mhm, I don't want to
I
know.
Nori,
do love
And
it.
did she
feel-
actually say Mac on?
I don't know.
she
what
I
she
said
think
said.
she
hit
did.
on.
I think
Last
she
week
She
she
said
macked
hit
it.
on.
She
Yeah.
macked it
But
up.
I feel Nori's pain. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I understand her frustration.
Right. Well, it's just because, like, Melanie, I don't think she intends to be slooty-sloot, I think she's just getting over the fact, the huge shock of being alive as of 5 days ago.
Right.
Which is a
Right.
huge shock.
Alive in the future for her.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing.
She's actually adjusting really well, to
Yes.
think about it.
Remember with the email, she's like, are those messages? So
Yeah.
That was interesting. But you mentioned something just now about her coming back to life and not wanting to die again as a virgin. Do you think the 4 hands have to always be virgin hands?
No, because
because
Junior and
is not a
Angie were
virgin.
banging.
They were.
Do you
Yeah.
have to do this? Because they were banging.
I did two
Is that gonna
pointer
get
fingers.
blurred out?
I didn't.
Are you
No,
gonna
I
blur
didn't.
this out?
If you watch it back, I did not do finger into hole in hand. Okay, I did points. I did pointies.
That is an entirely different gesture.
So, but do we really know for sure if they?
Yeah, we watched them.
Went
We
through
watched
with all
them, and
We watched them have sex.
it was the worst sex you've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
on
She had been
television.
having
I
sex with them all
I
summer
wasn't
long.
convinced.
But I think we are made to
But it was all the way
understand that
through.
was
Yes.
sex.
Yeah, they'd been banging.
It's
All
CBS.
right,
They can only do
okay.
so much.
They be
They can only
banging.
do so much.
Yeah, the
They
two
be banging
They be
and Melanie's
banging.
macking on people. It's just
Yeah, yeah. Melanie is she is a very mature 16.
She is.
Yeah.
Maybe that egg was her
I'm gonna-
egg baby.
I'm gonna throw something
Yeah.
out there. Yeah. What
What?
if she was pregnant with Sam's baby when she died?
Yes.
Yes.
And she birthed that egg baby.
Messy.
what?
Gross. Pink stars falling in lines. It's not pink.
It's all
they're not pink
falling-
stars.
No.
It is. No, I'm gonna finish.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
So teenagers, huh?
Yeah. So, they're like, wait a second, where's Joe? Lyle is trying to kill all the four hands. We need to all be together to save ourselves. Okay, they go get Joe. Joe's upset that they're there. And then he's like, what? That's why Angie's dead? Okay, let's go do stuff.
Let's go on a boat.
Let's go on a boat. Let's
Everybody in.
Yeah, everybody in. Let's put our hands together. I can feel the egg. It's like it's waiting. Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, you can't even do a shot where the egg comes out of the water. You have to just, like, cut away
Yep,
because
no
we don't
budget.
have any money on this show.
Why didn't the boat tip over when they all went to one side of it?
Because
It's a
it's a
sturdy
very
boat.
sturdy boat.
sturdy
It's a
boat.
great boat.
Boat
Yeah.
etiquette. You're not supposed to stand
I
up and
know.
all go to one side of it.
The egg was there for them. It
Yes.
supported
The
them.
egg supported them.
Yeah.
I'll go with it.
So they all touch the egg together. And first of all, when I don't remember who said it, but someone was like, maybe we all have to do something together. I'm just like, just do it already. Just have a
know.
group sex between all of you. Because you're creepy and weird and you're teenagers. Go be stupid in a sex way.
And the other episode, Joe has this big idea.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah. No.
I should verbalize it.
Let's all
Stop fighting
touch.
over me, and we can just share.
Yeah.
And Joe
So they all touch
love.
the egg, and it releases tons of pink stars, which fall in lines into the obelisk of Zenith. What could it mean?
That was a really beautiful shot, though.
tower.
I
It
did
was.
like the room full of magic pink dots.
Yes.
It was very soothing.
Yeah. Very soothing.
And then, but I mean, when you think about it, like, let's think about symbolism here, because we were
Let's talk
asked to
about
bring symbolism into this. You have these, like, pink dots falling, and through the pink dots that are a very feminine energy, you have an obelisk, which is a symbol of a very masculine
Masculinity.
energy.
A phallus.
So,
Yes.
I mean,
Harry said it, not
A
me.
phallus.
we have
Well,
these
and
two
that-
The
worlds
phallus.
colliding.
And the egg with this phallus symbol.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have, like, birth
Creating.
and life.
And
Yes.
a dome represents maybe like a pregnant belly.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The greater
So-
symbols of the show.
And you know the
Absolutely.
dome baby.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
The dome is like a womb for a mother's womb.
Maybe.
Yes.
Right.
All right. I think it's time for predictions, people.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right.
what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, folks, we're going to talk really briefly about the scenes from next week, so you may want to skip ahead like a full minute.
Don't listen.
But next week it looks like Barbie's going to go into that hole, and then he most definitely falls in it. And I don't think Barbie's dead, so where does it go? End of spoilers.
I really, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I want something really crazy to be down there, like a town of gnomes or like gremlins.
Or 1821 Chester's Mill.
Yes!
Yeah. Portal to the past.
We were
Portal to the
discussing earlier
past.
how
All the answers are
when,
deep in the past.
when you watch sci-fi shows, us as sci-fi fans, well, we are less interested in the problem of the week scenarios. We are more interested
in mythology.
in the mythology, the long game stuff, the what is in this hole,
And what
how
does the egg mean?
Yeah.
and also
and how
maybe
it
well-written
connects to
characters
everything.
and how they relate to
Yes.
each other and their wants and dreams and goals, maybe.
If this
So-
is true, what else is true?
Yes.
Explore it.
Yeah.
Yes, and so I'm really excited for them to literally go down this hole and see what's going on.
I think in that pit that Sam fell into, I think it ends up possibly in Zenith.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm way into that.
We
too.
already discussed
Absolutely.
that. That's my thought on the matter, and I think Lyle. Where is Lyle?
I don't know. Dwight Yoakam's weird, wonky acting is my favorite part of this show, and we've now been 2 weeks without him.
I want to see Lyle again, and I want to know what happened.
I'm
to
worried that we're only going to see him again in the episode where he dies. I'm really worried about that. Because he's a guest star, and they have to spend money on him because he's a country star.
True.
So he probably will cost
Budget.
more money.
Maybe they'll give him asthma.
Yeah. There
Maybe
we go.
they just need to bring back the Surface tablets to pay for Lyle coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Lyle, you're a dastardly person, but this Surface Pro tablet is excellent for computing,
So I can take your
spreadsheets,
picture
internet.
of your
I'm gonna
weird
take
haircut.
I'm going to take a picture of you so we always remember that you're a murderer.
And
Wow, what
wait,
high resolution.
whoa. What else is going to be revealed in the journal? And
Yeah.
does Barbie
Yes.
have it, or did he forget it and leave it down
He's
there?
going to read it, and then I think this is my prediction, he's going to have to decide, do I have to kill Julia for the greater good of man to make up for all the deaths I have caused in my life?
But also, I want to, like,
Rectify.
hopefully we'll find out what else is in this journal.
I
mean,
want to read the journal.
Everyone
They
seems
should
pretty
post the
upset
journal
about
online.
It. Everyone who has read it, which are two
Yeah,
people.
Snowden style.
And when are the Hounds of Diana going to come back?
Yes. And why would you introduce that and then take it away? So there has to be another line of communication.
Well, we're going
What
to
the
be
hell's
if we go back to
outside?
Zenith, then we're
Yeah.
going to be able
Yeah.
to take care of that.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Here we go.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Underdome After Under the Dome After Show. We will be back next week with an all new episode. Jacque Borowski, where can the people find you?
At 123 Jackie_B on Twitter, at 123 Jackie B, all one word, on Instagram.
Okay, and Amanda.
Amanda Bennett now. It's
Yeah.
my new name.
She
I
got
just
married.
got married.
Yeah.
I am on Twitter and Instagram at The Runway Queen.
Okay, and Carrie Long.
Hi, guys. You can find me on Twitter at Comedia Carrie. That's COMEDIACARRIE. That's at Comedia Carrie.
Okay, and you can find me on Twitter at Matt Lieberman. That's MattLieberman. You can also find all my videos for SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd on YouTube. I'm also here doing The Strain with Jacque Borowski. Ray Donovan, Halt and Catch Fire just ended. Oh, and Defiance. That's what I'm doing. And Doctor Who's coming back. And The Nick on Cinemax.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, the Nick.
Oh,
Can't
and
wait.
I'm also recapping Project Runway on Thursday night.
Great. Thank you guys so much. See you around.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.